Hi everyone, I'm Ray. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we are making Oh My Gourd pumpkin cookies. These cookies are so fun and so delicious, and I just wanted to share this recipe with you. I am actually making them as a thank you gift for a friend. So I thought I'd just bring you into my kitchen and we could make them together. So before we dive into the actual cookies, let's just talk about pumpkin for a minute, because pumpkin is a really healthy vegetable. It is a gourd, as you know, but it has a lot of vitamin A and C and E. It's got a lot of potassium, it's got magnesium, and it's got fiber. So loaded with antioxidants, good for the belly, good for the eyes because of the vitamin A. And so there's a lot of really good nutritional value, as well as tasting delicious. We're going to get some protein in these cookies as well, because we're using almond flour and cashew butter. So let's just dive in and make these cookies. So this is the almond flour, and I've told you before, I buy my almond flour already made, and it just contains almonds. There's no other ingredients in it. I buy mine at Natural Grocers. You can pretty much get it in any grocery store these days. And then this is a combination of date sugar. Yes, date sugar. It's got baking soda, baking powder, cinnamon, vanilla. What am I missing? Sea salt. Don't worry, I'll give you the recipe so you can just hop right over to my website and get it. But I put them all together just to make it go faster and easier. We're going to take a quick spoon to this and just combine this all together. And then we are going to add the wet ingredients, but let's first mix all these wet ingredients together and then we'll add it to the dry. So let me get a small bowl and we'll get those mixed together next. Okay, so this is where we're going to get our pumpkin as well as a few other ingredients. And we're going to start with this cashew butter. Now, let me talk about that for a minute. You can buy cashew butter at the grocery store. This I actually made myself because I didn't feel like going to the grocery store, and I had cashews. So if you make your own, it's super easy. I did mine in the food processor, and I had beautiful cashew butter. Now I will tell you, I am not a fan of the flavor of cashew butter by itself. I tried to like it when I was trying to get off of my cholesterol medicine, because my doctor, he said I was eating too much peanut butter, which he then recommended trying a cashew, a walnut, or an almond butter. Now, I ended up settling on almond butter from a flavor perspective, and so that's what I eat, mostly. But this recipe, it really tastes good with the cashew butter, because the almond flavor does have a very strong flavor of almonds, and we've got plenty of almonds with the almond flour. So I went with cashew in this recipe, and I make a salad dressing that has it in it as well, and so I needed to make some cashew butter anyway for both recipes. So, okay, and then this is going to be the canned pumpkin. And we talked about the beautiful nutritional profile of the pumpkin. And I buy mine at Natural Grocers, and this is just organic canned pumpkin. And you can find it everywhere this time of year. Now, as you can see, I only needed a half a cup, so I've got quite a bit left. The beauty of this is pumpkin can be frozen. And if you have a dog, pumpkin is really good for dogs, particularly when they're having digestive challenges with kind of runny number 2. But let's not think about that. Let's focus on our cookies today. Okay, and then this is 1/3 cup of date syrup. And we had date sugar that was in the dry ingredients, and now we're adding a date syrup. And this is going to give this recipe plenty of sweetness. Now, I buy mine. It's a brand called Just Date, and this is a date syrup. There's also a woman on Amazon called Date Lady, and she makes a delicious date syrup as well. So you can buy Date Lady on Amazon. I haven't found this one on Amazon yet, but you can buy it from their website. And again, it's Just Date. So that's what that looks like. Okay. And we're going to start mixing this up, and we've got one more ingredient to add to this. So what we're going for here is kind of a pasty consistency, and this is going to be the moisture that we're going to add to that the dry ingredients to kind of hold the cookies together, if you will. Now I've got the oven preheating behind me at 350 degrees, and I've got my cookie sheet already lined with a piece of parchment paper, so we will be ready to go. Now I'm going to put in the final ingredient, and this is 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, and I squeeze my own lemon juice. I don't like any imitation lemon flavors. I like just fresh lemon juice. So I've got that in here, and now we are ready to add this to the dry ingredients. Let me just make a little room here. Okay, so let me use this little spatula to get this off of the spoon. Okay, and now we're going to just dump the whole thing in with the dry ingredients. And then we are going to blend all this together, and then we're going to be ready to get our cookies on the cookie sheet. So I'm not going to over stir anything here. I'm just going to get everything combined. And once we have a good looking dough, like cookie dough consistency, then we will put this into, we'll drop them on the cookie sheet in little balls. I just want to share a little tip with you. What I find anytime I'm using any kind of butter, such as almond butter or a cashew butter or a walnut butter, in any kind of recipe, if you use the backside of the spoon and you just press the backside of the spoon into the other ingredients, it tends to be a little bit easier to mix rather than just going around in circles. So I hope that tip helps you. That's what works best for me. And we are getting very close to having a wonderful looking dough here. Now, I like to add pecans to this recipe, so I'm going to put a half a cup of pecans. If you don't like nuts, you don't need to add nuts by any means, but I actually like the crunch that the nuts provide, and they're kind of a nice little surprise. So this is half a cup of the pecan pieces. Okay, and then we'll do a quick stir, and then we will be ready to roll these into cookies. We've actually got a good dough consistency here, as you can see. So we are going to make these into cookies. And I am going to just grab a spoonful, and we're going to roll these out, and then we're going to just kind of pat them down a little bit. And we're going to put them on the cookie sheet just like that. So we'll do that with this dough, and then we'll pop them in the oven, and we will be back for a taste. Don't go away. Welcome back, everyone. So I've got the cookies out of the oven, as you can see, and they're on the cooling rack. So I want to let them cool a little bit before we do one final step. And I also wanted to show you a couple of the ingredients that we didn't really talk about. It was in the bowl that I had the baking soda, the arrowroot powder, the baking powder, the cinnamon, that kind of stuff. So I just want to show you a few ingredients. So this is the cinnamon that I use. This is an organic Ceylon cinnamon. There are different types of cinnamon that you could choose. I like this one because it has a bit of a milder flavor. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like the spicy stuff, but you have to be careful of the spicy stuff because you can only eat so much of it in a day, where you can eat unlimited amounts of this. If you are more interested, or if you are interested in learning more about different cinnamons, I'll put a link to my cinnamon blog article so you can go read about it and you can decide for yourself. The other thing is I wanted to show you the date sugar. So the date sugar, I don't know if you'll be able to see it so good. Let me see. Let me pour it a little bit out. So the date sugar, it's kind of a very coarse consistency. I'm hoping you can see that on camera. So I just wanted you to know it's not as finely ground as like a regular sugar or even a coconut sugar. So the date sugar, it's rather coarse. And this is the one that I like. And I like it because you don't have to buy a ton. You just get a little bit. And I hardly use any sugar at all. I like to use actual date paste as opposed to sugar. But this recipe actually tastes better with the date sugar. So, and it's not terrible for you like regular processed sugar. So you're still eating healthier than you would be if you were eating, regular white refined sugar. And then of course I used an organic pumpkin pie spice, which I don't even think I mentioned that earlier. But like I said, I'll give you the recipe so you have all the ingredients. So those are some of the ingredients that went into the cookie. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to make a glaze to go over the top of these Oh My Gourd cookies. And the glaze is a cashew glaze. So it's just going to have some plant-based milk, some cashew butter, and some of the date syrup. So let me get the food processor and we'll whip that up, and then we'll drizzle it over these cookies, and you'll see how delicious and beautiful it looks. Okay, I've got the Cuisinart here, and we are going to use the S blade inside this Cuisinart, and we're going to start with the cashew butter. This is a half a cup of cashew butter. So we're going to start with that. And then we're going to put 3 tablespoons of this plant-based milk. Now, you can use any plant-based milk that you like. I actually really like this one, and especially for this recipe, because it is a coconut cashew milk. And I use this in a lot of my smoothies. It's just a really great flavor. Now, we're going to start with 3 tablespoons of the plant-based milk. We may add more. We'll see how it goes. And then we're going to add some of this date syrup. And again, this is the just date syrup. And I'm just going to put 2 tablespoons of this. I don't want it to be, it's going to be sweet. The cookies are going to be sweet enough. And you don't have to do this step, honestly. If you think the cookies are just delicious the way they are, by all means, just leave them the way they are. The reason why I'm adding this to my recipe right now is because these are a gift. And so I want them to be extra special. Okay, and then we're just going to whip this up in the Cuisinart, and then if we don't like the consistency, we may add a little bit more plant-based milk. We'll just see how it goes. Yeah, it needs more milk. It isn't even a drizzle. It's more like a paste at this point. So let me add a little bit. I don't want it to be too runny, but I want it to be like a drizzle, not like a butter, which is what it looks like right now. So we'll get this right, and then we'll put it on the cookies. Let's see. Better. I think I could use a little bit more liquid. See, it's kind of buttery, pasty, not liquidy. I want it to be more liquid. I think we got it. So it ended up being probably about 4 tablespoons of the plant-based milk to get it to the right consistency. Yeah, we're there. We got it. Okay, and I'm just going to put it in this measuring cup that I have handy right here. And then I will show you how we're going to drizzle this. It's pretty simple. And it's just going to make these cookies extra special. Now, if you are serving these, I would drizzle right before you serve. If they're not very good, like they're good on a cookie platter, they're not probably very good for lunchbox with the drizzle. Unfortunately, because it does taste good. Yeah, that's going to be fine. Okay, let me get a little plate for the cookies, and I'll show you how we're going to drizzle this, and then we'll taste it. Okay, we are ready to drizzle this lovely cashew drizzle on top of the cookies. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a little bit on my spoon here, and I'm just going to kind of drizzle it on the top. Now, you could frost them, kind of like frosted cookies if you want. And actually, if you were going to do lunchbox cookies, it would be okay because you could put these in the refrigerator. And what will happen, actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to frost them. And I'm going to put these in the refrigerator, and then the cashews will get hard in the refrigerator. So it'll be like a nice kind of hard shell frosted cookie. Look how pretty. Okay, I can't stand it. Let's have a taste. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. It's a really nice cookie. Cooked perfectly. A little hard on the outside, not too bad. Nice and chewy on the inside. I taste all the flavors, the pumpkin pie spice. You know, the only thing I don't really taste is the lemon, which I noticed that last time too. It's great with the pecans. So if you don't have any nut allergies, I highly recommend adding the pecans. And they're not too sweet, in spite of the fact that we use both date sugar and date syrup. So I hope you'll try this recipe. Bon appetit, everyone.